Hello guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to my channel. This is Life with Us channel, and today's video we want to cut a male trouser or pants. Okay, before then I will show you guys the measurement for today's sewing. This is the measurement. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, in cutting a male pant or trouser, you will first measure the trouser length. In this case, our trouser length is 42, and you add 2 inches for sewing allowance, okay, which is 44. Okay, 44. So after measuring the trouser length, the waist here, our waist is 42 divided by 4. Divided by 2 is 21. Divided by 4 is 10 and a half. Then plus 1 inch. Okay. Make sure that your measurements are all correct before you start cutting. Okay. So immediately after the waist, you put your flap. On my last video, I told you guys that if you want to know the flap to use, you take your hip and measure it by 4 inches. Our hip is 44. Okay, hip 44. Then our hip is 46. Then you divide by 4 inches. By 2 inches is 23. Divided by 4 is 11 and a half. So we put 11 and a half here. 11 and a half is now our flap. Okay, put 11 and a half. See what I'm doing. Watch and listen closely. Please, any questions, don't hesitate to write it in your comment section. And please guys, comment, share and like my videos if my video is helpful to you. Okay, thank you. So immediately after the flap, we put the lap. Our lap is 31 divided by 2, 15 and a half, then plus 1 inch. Don't forget to add 1 inch. You now get 16 and a half. Okay, 16 and a half. Okay, so this 16 and a half, you put your 16 and a half here. Okay, then you find the center of this. The center of 16 and a half is 8 1/4. Then from this center you put in your measurement. Our ankle here, we'll put our ankle. Our ankle is 16 inches divided by 2 is 7 and a half. 7 and a half. Half of 7 and a half is 3 and 6 over 8. So 3 and 6 over 8 will be in the center. Then that's 7 and a half. Okay, so don't forget to add your 1 inch. So half inch will be here, half inch will be here. Okay, this is our ankle. Then we'll remove our 2 inches for sewing allowance, for folding allowance. Then we'll insert our calf length. Our calf length is 14. Okay, at this 14 you put your calf. So let us get the center of this. The center of this is 8 1/4. This 8 1/4. Use your ruler. Give it a straight through. I'm just using my tape because my ruler is not close. So, but in your own case, make sure you use ruler. Okay, this is a straight line. So from this, you insert your calf. At this 14 inches point, you insert your calf. Our calf is 19 divided by 2, 9 and a half. So this 9 and a half divided by 2, you get 4 and 6 over 8. So 4 and 6 over 8 is in the center. You mark and you mark 9 and a half. Then you add. Remember to add your 1 inch. add half inch here, half inch here. Okay, then you mark. Just learn how to carve your trouser. After carving, or in case if that's difficult for you, go to the market and buy a curve ruler. Okay, that will help you. You can call it a trouser curve. Okay. Then at this point, we'll remove 1.5 inch for our trouser pockets, and here we'll remove this guy. The owner of this trouser have old hand. In this case, I'll use 8 inches for the pocket depth, for the pocket opening. If the hand is smaller, you can use 7 inches for the whole pocket hole, or you can use 7.5. You can use 6.5. Okay, depending on the boldness of the sleeve. Then at this point, you measure here 4.5. You also put 4.5 here. Then you curve. Give it a nice curve. To join this side, something like this. Okay. You see what I did? This is a male pant. So you curve like this. Make sure that you curve it properly, because if you bend it like this, it will not enter the man, because they have something under. Okay, so in now cases, male trousers curve like this. Okay, then the next thing we'll do is to remove. You can remove 1 inch here, or better still, you can remove half inch. Or in my case, I want to remove 6/8 inches. Okay, then I slant this curve. Okay, see what I did? You put your zip line where the zip will stop and end. So it's here. This is for our front trousers. Okay, so if you want to know whether you did a nice work, just stand at the middle and check whether your trouser leg is at the middle. You see, my own is definitely at the center of the trouser. So let's continue with what we are doing. The next thing we'll do right now is to give it a nice cut. Let us cut it out. Okay, please, any question, don't hesitate to ask me on the comment section. Just know that I am your friend for those that are still learning and for those that need my help. Okay, I need to do what we call a beginner's lesson class. Those that don't know how to match machine, and those that want to of this. So the thing we'll do right now is cut the back side of our trouser. Okay, so let us cut. This is the front part, guys. We need to. This is our front part of the trouser. I just placed it on the back side. Okay, remember, while cutting your trousers, you need to fold by 2, and each trouser have 4 sets of the trousers. Okay, 4 sets of it. So first thing we do right now is to trace this and cut it out. Let me just cut this. So after cutting, you remove it. Then you first and cut out this side of the trouser. I'm done with the cutting. So After that, you trim the notch here, this point, notching here. We'll mark this line at the back. We'll trace the same line at the back. So you shift it backwards. At this point, you measure 2.5 inches here and measure 2 inches at the downside. You measure 2.5 here. I measure 2 inches at this point. See what I did? So the next thing we'll do right now is we'll cut out. We'll measure 1 inch at this point. At this point, 1 inch. 1 inch. Then from this point, you make a straight line to join this point. Okay. Can you see what I'm doing? Make a straight point. See what I'm doing? Then you add 2 inches at this back side. Because of the hip, you must add 2 inches here. Then you curve. Join this, and you slant this to join the side part of the trousers. Okay. Don't forget to add these 2 inches here. Then at this point, you now curve this like this to join this part. Okay. This is all for the back. There is no difficult parts there. Okay. You see? Please, if there is any confusion of any list, anyhow, if there is any confusion, just don't hesitate to ask in the comment section. Okay. Then we'll cut. This is all for the back side of the trouser. Then we'll cut. So cut from here. Okay. Then for the pocket, we'll use 13 by 14 inches. The side pocket depends on the size of the person. If it's a child, you can use 6 by 7 inches. can also use 9 by 10 depending on the age of the person. Okay, so then for the waistband, use your waist measurement. Or waist is 42. You add extra 15 inches because the waist front part of the trouser will have a hook. This is foreign trouser, or you can call it a senator trouser. Okay, so for the waistband, you use thickness of 4 inches and length of 42 plus 15 inches. Okay, for the waistband. So in my next video, I will teach you guys how to cut an invisible trouser, okay, with the sewing, okay, in one of my videos. So stay tuned. This is all for today's video, and bye. Have a nice weekend. Thanks.